Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan. My gender pronoun is he, they. I'm a social entrepreneur, disability inclusion champion, and also diversity and inclusion consultant.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gaia. I'm the managing director of 3.0. We're trying to build a world with zero exclusion, zero carbon, zero poverty. So that includes, of course, the education aspect. Nice being here.
Welcome, Gaia.
Hey, my name is Bouchra Aliwat. I'm head of corporate citizenship for KPMG France, and we support some program for education and inclusion.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Hello everybody, my name is Fabian Chan. I'm the executive chairman of Lily Capital, a Swiss-based impact investor. Also, one of the focus topics is education among 3 other social development goals which we focus on.
Wonderful.
Hello everyone, my name is Margot. I'm working at Racine Carré. We're an impact, a French impact fund managed by two structures, Make Sense, an impact organization, and Serena, a tech VC. And we're investing in education, health, sports, and environment. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, my name is Dan. I'm the publishing director of the Parliament magazine. We're a monthly magazine based in Brussels and also covering Strasbourg, the magazine for the European Parliament, covering policy for those who work in European politics.
Wonderful.
Hello, I'm Marek. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself, sorry. So I'm Marek Rahman. I'm head of the Positive Impact Business Accelerator within BNP Paribas, and we support enterprises, impact enterprises in their growth by different means, financing, impact investing, and also impact bonds. And so I'm very happy to be here.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for your time. So, before we board onto this spaceship into the future of education and inclusion, a few technical tricks. You have this little device here, and you can actually change the volume on the left. So if it's too loud or not loud enough, you can change it yourself. I would ask the people that are pitching to use this microphone. Also the jury, make sure that you hold it very close to your mouth. You click the slides with this little button here. And please make sure, if possible, to stand in this circle. If you have any needs in terms of inclusion or accessibility, please let me know, and we'll make sure to arrange for that. And with that, we are super excited to be welcoming Khadija Abbas from Talent Acceleration Platform, who upskills Palestinian youth. And how exactly she's doing that, she's going to tell us in a moment. The floor is yours. Yeah.
Okay. If I told you that you could make a massive social impact while making a greater success of your business, would you do it? My name is Khadija, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do at TAP. So this is Amar. He's a young man from Nablus, recently married, just trying to support his family, but facing extremely limited opportunities in Palestine. So think of this, an incredible talent, a master's degree in economic development, but no job prospects. Thankfully, he found TAP, and after graduating from our web development program, we helped him find a job with a tech company called Harry. And this is really our purpose. We are democratizing the tech industry and opening doors for individuals who are facing structural limitations. Here's a shocking fact for you. Almost half of the graduates in Palestine are unemployed. That's 61% for women, 73.9% in Gaza. On the other hand, companies, or in the global north, we're facing a massive talent shortage. So this skills gap between the education sector and the international labor market is a huge challenge, and TAP has the solution. We're aligning all stakeholders for the purpose of demand-driven job creation. That's why we offer programs in web development, in digital marketing, and in tech sales. And it's a win-win-win. So we're making a massive socio-economic impact for Palestinians. So our graduates earn double the average wage in Palestine. But for companies, you're earning a higher return on investment. You're also getting access to fantastic talent that's already been vetted. And you're getting a reliable recruitment process and cutting time to productivity in half. Oh yeah, and on top of that, McKinsey did a really cool study actually, and they found that companies in the top quartile for ethnic diversity have a 36% more probability of earning above average profitability. Oh, just quickly on profitability, what makes TAP sustainable? We're making a contribution margin of $3,000 per student. We're not an NGO, and most of our revenue comes from the income sharing agreement. It means that students pay a small portion of their salary, 17% for 18 months, only once they land a job. And what's been really exciting for us is companies returning to TAP for more hires. I don't have a picture of Abdul Halim on the screen, but he's a tapper from Gaza. He graduated in February, and he's now working for a Swiss company called Wingtra. Wingtra came back to TAP last week, and they asked us for more talent, for another graduate from our tech sales program, because they were so impressed with Abdul Halim. So these companies have actually become an essential part of a transformative movement. And they're ensuring that technology really becomes a force for good. And yeah.
On point. Thank you so much. I promised you a firework and you delivered. Thank you so much. Okay, next up is Vanessa Duchatel from ScholaVie, who's putting socio-emotional skills at the center of education. The microphone is yours, and we would need the presenter.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm co-founder and CEO of ScholaVie. How about we start with a little activity? I invite you all to close your eyes and imagine a world in which every adult feels self-confident, knows his or her own strength, knows how to regulate his or her emotions. Imagine you have those skills, and so do your colleagues, your friends, your wife, or your husband. Feels pretty good, huh? Well, unfortunately, we're not there yet. And because we're not there yet, we have a 10% school dropout rate in France and 25% of our kids experiencing high levels of stress, of anxiety, and of depression. And there's one big button that we can push to tackle this problem. And that button is called socio-emotional skills. They're a set of 21 transversal skills for which research has shown over the past 40 years that they have a tremendous impact on three things. First, your academic and professional success. Second, your mental and your physical health. And third, on a whole, as a society, social and gender inequalities. So that's our mission at ScholaVie. We're a French non-profit, and our mission is to develop socio-emotional skills for children, whatever their social background, for a better future and for a better common future. Now, how do we do that? Well, we designed a project that we wanted to be as socially inclusive as possible. So we decided to go where all kids go, or they go to school. And then we designed a project that we wanted to be as efficient as possible. So we decided to target not students, but teachers, the ones who are with them every day along the years. And we train and we equip them so that they learn how to develop their own socio-emotional skills and those of the kids they work with. We were founded 4 years ago. We have trained over 5,000 professionals for an impact of over 300,000 students. And last January, we launched the first digital training platform for teachers so that wherever they are in France, for free, at their own pace, they can train. We are now the reference in France in terms of socio-emotional skills, thanks to 10 financial partners. We're a team of 15 deeply engaged people, and we're about to have reached 1 million euros of money raised. But we still need more resources. We need more funding. We need more expertise. So if you happen to know the Ministry of Education, please let him know that I would love to meet. And if you don't, but you are used to funding or to accelerate a project like ours, or you feel like you have an expertise we could benefit from, please come talk to me and let's reach 1 million teachers together. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. What a beautiful vision. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up, and you see this is pretty rapid fire, is Hugo Furtado from Dreamwaves. And what you do, you best tell us yourself. Thank you.
Right. So, hi everyone. My name is Hugo from Dreamwaves, where we want you to see the world through your ears. Orientation is a fundamental challenge. I still remember the days when we used to ask for directions on the street, but now we have smartphones, so it became much, much easier to go anywhere. But it's not easy for everyone. For a blind person, going somewhere with a smartphone can be a huge challenge. Our mission at Dreamwaves is to make navigation easy for everyone. So we have created Wave Out, which is an app that you can use to go anywhere simply by listening and following sounds. Our app calculates a route to the destination, and then we use augmented reality to place virtual waypoints along the route and spatial audio to hear the location of the waypoints. So if you would be here on the street right now, you have to look there to the screens, you would hear a music coming from in front of you. You could move around and turn, and the music would always be there. So you could just turn and cross the street. When you get there, the music stops and starts at the next waypoint. Now you hear it to your left, and then all you have to do is turn and go there. And again to point number 3, and so on and so forth, all the way to your destination without ever having to look at a screen. There are many other apps to help blind people, but we are the only one that combine accurate location through advanced computer vision with intuitive wayfinding of spatial audio. We co-designed the app directly with over 100 people with the help of blind associations, and we also tested it and got excellent feedback. This is the nicest piece of feedback we had. This user told us, always hearing where I have to go can be compared to the advantage of vision. We were super proud to hear this. We were very, very happy to hear it. Now, there are 250 million blind or visually impaired people in the world, and the impact we want to create for them is help them have better physical condition, better mental condition for not feeling so isolated, independent, and help them get to employment. But this is not just for blind people. There's a whole range of other people that could benefit from better navigation. Elderly people, bike riders who should not look at the screen while they're riding, and eventually later on tourists when they visit cities. So we're moving from app to an SDK so that anyone can integrate audio navigation into their own apps. When we look at it like this, the target market is going to be worth more than 25 billion worldwide, and we're addressing that. Well, we're making money out on the market with our business model, which is charging companies a recurring fee by connected with number of active users and number of API calls to our platform. But what makes us unique is our team. We combine business, design, marketing, and strong tech focus. And what joins us together is the passion to create products that can have a deep impact in people's lives. So we are now fundraising. We have finished a couple of pilots. We just started an important pilot with the Public Transport Authority in Vienna, and we are continuously building and scaling our community. So we are raising $1 million, already have some commitments. So if this is interesting, come talk to me and we talk about how it looks like. Thank you very much.
Okay. It's not possible to be more on time than Hugo just was, so thank you very much. All right, Georgia Maria Malandrio from Geoidentity. Tell us everything about your work.
So, I guess what connects all of us in this room is the fact that at one point in our life we felt the feeling to do something different for the world we belong to. Well, as a response to this feeling, I took a plane crossing many countries, working with young refugees, stateless, to observe how geography has the power to draw and define our bodies and our lives. A reality that I want to present you today, not just through my voice, but through their voices. It was a short video saying that. Okay, play.
I'm a refugee from Syria.
De São Paulo, do Brasil.
Yo soy arqueóloga, estudié en la Universidad de Alepo.
I'm a stateless person. I don't have any documents that proves who I am.
I was studying at the University of Aleppo, Banking Institute, Economics, English. My family house was bombed 3 times. Thinking to myself, oh my God, I will never get the opportunity to study.
Over 1.5 billion people around the world have no means to prove their identity today. And 100 million people worldwide were forcibly displaced as a result of wars, political religious persecutions, climate change, losing access to vital personal documents such as graduated or present student certificates. So the loss of physical academic certificates once people move from one country to another one as well as their titles not being recognized because of the inconsistency of validation processes between countries, make it extremely difficult for migrants to rebuild their life. But if you think about it, in the past, we invented the passport to travel around the world with easy. Imagine now if every country could request you a different document and a different process to access the country. We will travel more. This is exactly what happens when we need to cross another border, the study and job validation one. That's why Geoidentity proposes you today a universal system for study validation with an academic passport to preserve one's identity. The new digital passport contains within it not only personal data, but also academic data as a unique part of our identity. Data are logged and validated through a blockchain platform, allowing students to provide all their data for any host universities in the world. This is a call for Ministry of Education, UNESCO, that education and identity are both undeniable human rights that needs to be turned into a resilient system for all. To make this possible, I need foundership to found a blockchain platform and to create awareness to make the right people to listen to these voices. I believe that our studies and career choices say much more about who we are, especially if we have to rebuild our life. Digital transformation for education and identity holds the key for the world's future prosperity, where everyone everywhere can reach their fullest potential. It may sound utopic and huge, and yes, it is actually both, but it's also possible. And Geoidentity can make this possible. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Some shocking facts, so thank you for the work that you do. Next up is Valentin, and you're already here, so I'll just give you the mic and let you do your thing.
Is this thing to move?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Do you know how many students drop out of school every year worldwide? Well, it's about 20%. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. It's about 20%. That's an impressive figure. It's a lot of suffering. And do you know why? Well, excuse me, but the mic is like, okay, it's going well. Do you know why 20% is dropping out? The mic is like rubbing. Okay, I can do, okay, that way. Sorry, I'll start just again. 20% dropout. Why? Because teachers cannot cope with mass education. And they cannot follow up with personalized follow-up of their students. I'm Valentin Rebex. I had a dream when I was a kid. It was to build a school. I ended up doing HEC, a business school, and then came back to my dream. I'm a teacher in Marseille, in the northern suburbs. I've been training teachers all across France, and now I'm a school director. And I believe there's a key to the dropout and to never giving up on a child. The key is the power of observation. That helps you never give up. Observation was an advice I was given to me very early stage. Observe and take note of everything, and then share your notes to an expert, and that will help you never give up on a child and find a path for everybody. So the problem is that we don't have any community for this, and we don't have any tool to help our poor memory with this. So we created a tool. We gathered a community, workshops to help observe, and shared some relevant content for that. If we have a little close-up on the tool, it's a note-taking platform. It's free and available in the stores. It's here to centralize critical observations and make sure that any detail is not forgotten among an educational team. We started from scratch in September. We have now more than 1,000 teachers using the tool across 6 countries, and teachers are addicted to it. They connect 2.5 times per week. Since teaching is the same job worldwide, we believe that if it's relevant for 1,000 teachers, it's relevant for billions of teachers. Our next challenges for next year is to grow internationally and to put some artificial intelligence to work on the data that is written by the teachers and push some content. To do that, we need to help us move from 1,000 to 10,000. We need to finance our annual budget of 200,000 euros per year. Thank you for listening, and thank you for helping teachers shape another world through children. Bye.
Thank you so much. You can stay with me right away, because what I'm about to do is to ask all the ones who've just pitched back up on stage for a quick Q&A. I would love to encourage you, the jury, to pick up the mic anytime you have a question and fire away. And there's a camera here on the left that we shouldn't cover, but I think we're good. So, yeah, off we go.
I have a question for TAP. Where are you implemented, and how do you deal with mobility issues? I understand that he would study in Gaza, but he went to work in Switzerland. So how do you deal with all that?
Thank you so much for the question and the interest. So we follow the remote work model. So we have head offices in Nablus, Palestine, and also in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. He's just asking us to move a little bit. Okay. So we do all our upskilling and training online on our online platforms, and then we support the remote work model. So he's based in Gaza, he's staying in Gaza, but he's working for the Swiss company. Yes. Thank you. Sure.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I have a question for TAP as well. What is your employment rate?
Our employment rate?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we've currently trained and placed about 100 tappers. We've been running only for about just a year and a half. This year we're training another 200 tappers and hoping to place them as well.
And out of those 100 tappers, how many got
So
employed?
we have an 80% placement rate. Yeah, and that's within the first 6 months of once they graduate.
And how much does it cost you to train one student?
So our fee is about to cost about $4,000 training them, because we have 3 external training partners. If I have some time, I can tell you we have a Swiss Sales Playbook, which is a Swiss company that's training our tech sales. And then we've also just partnered with Adwise Academy in the Netherlands, the #1 academy for digital marketing training. So they're training with us as well. So we pay for these hard training partners, and then we also provide power skills curriculum, internal job readiness training that we do as part of TAP.
So you're technically just bridging the employment for your tappers and not necessarily doing the in-house training.
Very quickly, because we want to have
we do the training as well. So we do the educational program, and then we also place them with companies. Yeah, but education comes first.
Thank you.
I also have a question. It's hard to choose only one, but can you all tell me in one sentence what's your main challenge as of today?
It's to help teachers become awesome teachers. That means to personalize their education and never give up on any child.
I would say it's to have enough time to really do our job and our mission, instead of always raising money when we're a non-profit.
You share that with many change makers, indeed.
I would say perhaps it is breaking the bias of encouraging people to hire Palestinian talent.
I will say taking data, of course, from university of these people right now, as some of these universities, of course, like the guys I was talking with, were bombed, so they couldn't get their data. So this.
Mm-hmm.
So our main challenge right now is choose the better go-to-market. We have 2 focuses, like with indoor navigation for blind and the outdoor for bike riders for companies. We are testing and finding out. That's the main thing.
I also had a question for each. Why did you choose to work on that topic in 20 seconds?
From my side, actually, it came from joining of 2 passions, augmented reality with sound. But then it really became, I always want to do something really meaningful with what I'm doing, and then it was finding a use case. And the first thing I felt is like, this could be used to help blind people. So that was it.
I think my question was how you can live in a world where you don't have any documents to prove who you are, in a world where people asking for where you are, where you come from constantly, and you don't have the chance to say it. And this is how geography determines our life. That's why.
Oh, it's a bit hard to answer, but I've always been passionate about how we can support Palestinians, and I felt like they had always been invisibilized and ignored. And how can we make a difference in an impactful and real way socioeconomically? And TAP is doing that. So yeah.
Well, I'm an economist originally, and I used to work on the evaluation of education policies. And one day I came across a research paper, a really famous one from an Ohmboa Prize, talking about social-emotional skills and their tremendous impact on kids' scholarships. And it was really a spark, and I think it put a name on something that I felt crucially missed in our educational system and that we needed to change.
I guess it was by teaching in the classroom and having the students, you know, who don't want to like to go to school, and then ending up making them come to school. So the leverage was observation and personalization, and that was my own experience, but shared by many, I guess.
Wonderful. Any other questions?
Thank you for all your pitches, but my question is to Le Petit Observatoire. Teachers are usually busy with a lot of things happening in the classroom, so how you allow them to log their findings in an easy way?
So yeah, the tool is meant to be very efficient and very close, very quick, and teachers go back home, they go back to lunch with everything in their head, and that's a way very quick to make their mental health go better. So it's not in front of the students, but it's during pauses, lunchtime, breaks, on the travel when they go back home at night, and it makes their mental health become healthier because it's written somewhere and they can find it again.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Hello. This question is about your organization. I would like to know for all how many people work in your organization, on your organization, please.
So, as I told you, I'm a school director, and I'm heading a team of freelance people. Someone is here, product manager, with Anna, who's an expert in digital, and she leads 2 developers, 1 designer, and then we have teachers in our pedagogical committee who work for free because they're passionate. So about 4 to 5 people.
Awesome.
We're 6 people, full-time paid, and we have 2 awesome boards accompanying us since the beginning. We have administrative board, 1 member is here today, and we have a scientific board, both researchers and people from the ground that validate everything that we create, all our training tools, all our training contents. And 1 member from our administrative board is the co-founder of a huge tech platform, Mathieu Nebra, so he really accompanies us on the product creation.
We're a startup of about 25 people. Our 2 co-founders, Jafar is Palestinian, based in Palestine, so he's at the Nablus office, and Christian is Palestinian German, and he's based in the Netherlands, and we have a head office in Amsterdam as well. Yeah.
So we are 5 people, and all the other people that working from all over the world that helped me to create the project, and one of the person is here today. So yes, it's a very small team right now.
We are 5 full-times plus a freelancer, and we spread 4 in Vienna, 2 in Lisbon.
Wonderful. Big round of applause to the first round of people who pitched. Thank you very much.